Well, let's go to the other title on SmackDown. What did you think? What did you think of the Jade and Rhea segment?
This was a car crash for me. The amount of over talking in this segment between all four, it was just like there was no production for this segment. Like the shouting between them, B-Fab, Michin, Jade over talking. This was bad, man. I did not like this. I've said the last couple of weeks that I don't think this feud's going anywhere, but we'll give it time. And it's just becoming less and less interesting for me personally. I don't know what you thought.
The over the over talking to me when they were going back and forth felt more realistic. Only because
Mm-hmm.
when you're arguing with someone, you're not going to wait for them to finish what they're saying. You're going to try to interrupt them.
Yeah. I get what you
So so
mean.
so that part felt more realistic, but I saw someone mention this on Twitter today, and I kind of agree. Rhea's not into this.
I don't think
She
so.
is she's not putting her all into this. We've seen, like, look at the difference how she acted around Damian Priest backstage and then how she acted when she was out there. It was like completely different.
Do you know who it reminded me of? The way she was like responding to what the heels were saying. It reminded
Charlotte?
me of Britt Baker. Nobody cares. It
Oh,
reminded
yeah.
me of that. That's how I feel. It feels like complete apathy on Rhea Ripley's part.
So I kind of am leaning towards the people saying that, Rhea felt a certain way and took to heart the back and forth exchange on Twitter between the two a couple
Mm-hmm.
weeks ago. And she's doing what she has to do, but she doesn't really want to do it. So I think Rhea's dropping the ball on this, and I'm a Rhea fan, but there's only so much you're going to get out of Jade Cargill. There's
Yeah.
only so much you're going to get out of BFAT. There's only so much you're going to get out of Mishin. You know, so it's up to Rhea as that veteran to kind of pick up the slack, and it just feels like she's either intentionally sandbagging
Mm-hmm.
because she doesn't care, or she's just not taking it serious.
And there's no real heat with this feud either. I get it's one of
Yeah.
those where Rhea won the chamber, therefore she has to face Jade, and they have to manufacture something out somewhere. But I was excited going into this because of the social media drama. And I was hoping that they would use it, and nothing's come of it whatsoever. They've not referenced a single
Yeah.
thing. And it's just been really disappointing. And I get what you're saying about the over talking being natural, but what I didn't like was the over talking between the heels themselves. When B-Fab saying something and then Michin's kind of shouting over her and stuff, it just came across as just really poorly produced.
Yeah, a couple of chihuahuas barking
Yeah.
at Jade's heels, as
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
walking her
exactly. Yeah.
dogs. As
Yeah,
she's walking
yeah.
her dogs. I mean, yeah, Jade should have been the main focus, and then you had the other two chiming in, and they should have taken their turns. But what I was talking more was when Rhea was trying to go back and forth with B-Fab, and they were just yelling at each other. To me,
Yeah.
that felt more, that's what you'd be in an argument with someone.
Do you think Jade's
So
retaining at WrestleMania?
I don't know yet. It's hard. Like it's like I like to think about 2 or 3 steps ahead, not just what's going to be happening the Monday after Mania or the SmackDown after Mania, but
Yeah.
where are we going for Backlash? Where are we going for Italy? So it's like if Jade keeps the title, who does she challenge? Who challenges the next? There's like no one. If Rhea keeps the title again, who is she going to? There's no one there. SmackDown is so depleted with the women's division. I feel that no matter who you have there, you're kind of screwed.
They need Bianca. Bianca is the big question mark. I think if Bianca's going to be ready relatively soon, then the plan all along has to have been Jade and Bianca if she hadn't been hurt.
Which right, exact. That's what they've been playing for
Yeah,
3 years.
yeah. And so I heard that Jade has had an update recently where she's had the surgery and she's resuming light training. So
Bianca, you mean Bianca?
Bianca, sorry, yeah. So I think Jade's retaining just on that because I think the plan is Jade and Bianca, and it has to be. And I also think that. Sorry, go on.
I was just gonna say I could see Bianca returning on TV, the SmackDown after Mania.
Yeah, I think so. Because if Jade loses this, she's defended the title once since she's had it.
Yeah.
And that was just on SmackDown. This is her first big defense at the biggest show against the biggest star. And, if she loses, the optics of that are really bad. And I think Rhea can take a loss here. She's been in championship matches for what 3 or 4 WrestleManias in a row.
Right.
And majority of them have been very good. So I think Jade should win. No, Rhea stands don't want to come for me, but I think Jade should win just for the good of the both of them. Assuming that Bianca is going to be back, and then we can run that feud into Backlash or Italy whenever they decide to do it. But in terms of my excitement for this, based on what we've got on television, this is probably the least exciting match on the card so far.
Agreed. And again, if Bianca's ready to come back and that's the plan, then yeah, it's not going to hurt Rhea to get to lose. I feel like they're going to have outside interference to protect Rhea just because Rhea's one of the golden children,
Yeah.
But, like I said, then if either one wins, it's like, what do you do next? You're not going to do babyface Rhea against babyface Bianca.
No.
And you've been building a storyline for 3 years between Bianca and Jade. So that definitely looks like the better play, especially now that Bianca's starting to get back to come back. So yeah, I definitely think that Rhea could afford the loss. She's literally been title matches every one of her WrestleMania matches.
Yeah. And I'm a big Rhea fan, and I think that, what they might end up doing if Rhea loses and Liv Morgan wins at WrestleMania is they might circle back to that. And I know it's been a long time now, but again, like you said, thinking steps ahead, if Rhea loses back on Raw, what is she going to do on Raw? If Liv Morgan's the champion, it's, in kayfabe, it's stupid of her not to approach that again, isn't it? If Liv's the champion.
Right.
So there is a path for her if she loses.
And I just don't think Netflix wants her completely off.
Of course,
for SmackDown either, because she's still one of the biggest female stars, if not the biggest female star they have.